are live. We are live, yes, great. So, yeah, I'm not gonna get into details, but I had severe technical issues even before starting this stream. So, this was extremely weird. But anyway, we are live. That's what matters. And let's see. Yeah, it's a bit windy here. Sorry about that. I'm on top of a bridge and no windshield. So let's see how it goes. I guess this is another one of the test walks. Just give me a minute to get down to less windy altitudes. Toto, you demand the Carrot Tower. I'm sorry, I'm not really near the Carrot Tower today, but I promise you there will be a Carrot Tower walk soon. Yeah, it's, as you can see, it's pretty windy. So that's one thing I can tell you about the weather check. For the rest, it's been raining all day. So today I am not using my iPhone, or I'm using the iPhone for the weather check. So 23 degrees and showers, it says, but it's not really raining that much here. But yeah, there you have it. It's been raining all day, but now there was like a little gap, so I decided to try and do a little evening walk, and we'll see how it goes. So no interesting location today either, just my local neighborhood. But at least I'm not doing the same route in Kawasaki as I've done so many times. Is that a late Christmas light on the power pole to the left? I'm not sure. What happened in the second test stream a few days ago? Some police came up to me and told me to be careful. Like, they didn't say that I couldn't shoot or anything. They just, I don't know, for some reason they felt the need to tell me to be careful. Pretty strange. But yeah, I decided to give the Galaxy S21 Ultra another try, so that's what I'm shooting with tonight. Because I noticed that the audio was very nice with this phone actually. I'm not sure if you can hear it now since it's a bit windy, but yeah, I decided I shouldn't rule it out that quickly. So let's see how it goes. Thank you, Ray. Yes, I will be careful. I will be careful. Yeah, I think the colors are nice. They're a bit more vivid than with the iPhone, but I kind of like that. Especially for night walks like this. I've always been tempted to try out this. It's a curry restaurant. I think gluten-free curry. But I've actually never been. David, what do you mean it needs some tweaking? Quality looks very nice to me when I monitor this stream on my second phone. So, but can we just not talk about the technical quality for once and just try to enjoy this walk? Wouldn't that be nice, instead of always obsessing so much about the technical details? I kind of realized that there's no way I'll ever make everyone in the chat happy anyway. So instead of trying to please everyone, maybe I should just stop caring and just enjoy the walks instead. After all, I think that most of my viewers cares more about that. Yeah, this is my local neighborhood, Futakotamagawa. But today I thought I will not walk around the shopping mall that I usually do, because that feels a little bit old. So instead I will try to walk down and through some of the residential areas and maybe walk all the way to Yoga Station, which is quite nearby. Weather done. Yeah, I did it already. Oh, new building just popped up here. I hadn't noticed this one before. But yeah, it's rainy season, so it's been really depressing weather all day. I haven't been out much because it's just been raining. But yeah, now it's finally a little bit of a stop in the rain. And this time of the day with wet streets, I think this city looks almost the most beautiful, maybe. At least I really like this look of Tokyo. Oh, and thank you. I think I got a super chat from... Did I not? Was it just wishful thinking? No, there we go. Warren from Toronto. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good to hear that you enjoy it, even if it's body camera quality. I hope my quality is a little bit better than body camera. But yeah, happy to hear that you enjoy it. Beautiful sky over here. It's currently 7:15. Wow, the days are getting longer and longer here. Let's not talk about COVID. If you want to know the situation, there's a million articles that you can find easily online. So I prefer to, like, COVID situation and COVID talk is everywhere these days. So let's not make each and every one of my streams so focused on that. This is cute. Zakka, handmade and used. Nice cat. And they always, I'm a big fan of this little local store that has probably been here since before I was born. Cold or warm? It's pretty warm. I regret, because it was raining, I did take my rain jacket and I'm just wearing a t-shirt under it, but it's so humid and sticky, so I kind of wish that I would have left the jacket home. Here's another nice little local restaurant. Can we see your face? No, I only show my face on my Patreon only streams, so not on my general everyday streams, so sorry about that. Although I do accidental mirror reveals and reflection reveals and whatnot all the time, but yeah, I just prefer to keep a little bit of privacy here on YouTube. Sadly enough, that's necessary. How common is it to eat out in Japan? It's way more common here than in Sweden, I would say. The difference between eating out and cooking at home is, I feel it's much smaller here in Japan. Like, you can go out and have a good meal for, you know, 1,000 yen, $10 or even less. Whereas in Sweden, for that kind of money, all you would get is maybe a kebab or some junk food. So yeah, it's way cheaper to eat here. And also, because of the way the size of the city and everything, it's not so common to, you know, invite people over to your home in Japan compared to what we do in Sweden quite often. So people generally socialize out. Konbini food, yeah, that's quite cheap too, that's true. And surprisingly high quality. The river was really sharp focus on the Samsung. Looked great. Thank you. Hello, Michael. Oh, you should sleep. You should sleep instead of watch my streams. Another super chat. Santosh. Thank you so much. Sorry, I think that was a little while ago. Maybe I forgot to mention it, but thank you so much. iPhone or Samsung? Today I'm using the Samsung. I will give it a few more tries. Did you eat together with your neighbors to get to know each other? No. So I live in a big kind of condo apartment block, and one of the worst things is that there's like zero interaction amongst the neighbors. People hardly greet each other when we hardly greet each other's neighbors, which I find very sad and off. There's a nice little shrine up here. Shall we go? Let's go. We actually came to this shrine to celebrate my daughter's 100 first days. I don't think I've been here at night though. Did you buy the Samsung 2 or just testing? Yeah, I bought it. There's no other way for me to test phones here. I figured if I don't want it, I will sell it with a little bit of a loss maybe, but I found one for a good price, so decided to pick one up. You don't want to know the person living next to them? No, at least not in Tokyo, or at least not in our area. People are very shy. I feel that people are much more friendly and social once you get a little bit further out of the city or in smaller towns. There we go. This looks almost like a face. One pretty annoying thing about the Samsung though is that the image looks worse on my screen. When I look at it on my iPhone and check the stream there, it looks much nicer. But that's good. Good for you. Sorry, there's a lot of activity in the chat right now, and I'm not really able to read all questions. So sorry about that. Shrines are generally open all night. Yeah, it depends. Maybe some close, but smaller one like these, where they kind of can't really close it off easily, they tend to stay open. There's one like really close to our house, and there's always like someone drinking beer on a bench next to the shrine. Yeah, it is windy today, so, and I'm not having any wind filter on this phone, so that's probably why the sound is a bit windy. And also, yeah, you say there's the sound of wind blowing through trees. Well, there are trees here and the wind is blowing through them, so it might very well be that you're hearing. No dead cat today, no. That place, well, the place I shot is a shrine, but there's a temple next door to it as well. So there's both the shrine and the temple. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, it should be fine. It's not perfect. It's a mobile live stream from across the world, but hopefully it's good enough. And yes, it's already rainy season here. Rainy season started a few days ago, so now the rain is picking up a little bit as well. Rainy season is not my favorite season, but I try to figure out which I dislike the most, if it's rainy season or the hot and humid season afterwards. So whenever, like, I usually shoot in residential areas, and residential areas are generally pretty quiet. If I go down to the station area, there will be a lot of people because everybody's coming home from work right now. But yeah, now I'm in a area where no one goes except those people who live around here. So that's why it's so empty. And yes, Tay, that's correct. There's no Samsung branding on Samsung phones in Japan. They're just called Galaxy. Stream should be 30 FPS, yes. You plan your route? It depends. Most days I don't really plan. I just have a vague idea maybe where to go, especially when I'm doing more like sporadic or impulsive, shall we say, streams like today. Basically the rain stopped and I decided to go out, but sometimes when I'm doing a little bit more ambitious streams, I do sometimes plan ahead slightly. Someone's complaining about the frame rate? I don't know. You guys are so picky. And to me this looks just fine. Like, it doesn't look like it's any frame rate issues or anything. So I don't know. Like, sometimes I feel a little bit fed up with all the complaints in the chat and the ratio of complaints versus I don't know, kind and encouraging words. So sometimes I'm even actually considering to just make the chat members only, so that people who care and are a little bit familiar with my channel are the ones that I will interact with. Because it's actually really frustrating. Just the behavior of people on YouTube who think that, you know, that we creators owe them anything. Like, we're doing this, we're putting our time and energy into this, and if something's not good enough, then go watch something else instead of just complaining. It gets really tiresome sometimes. So yeah, I'm seriously considering making the chat on my live streams members only, which kind of sucks. I don't really want to do that, but I just think it would be more enjoyable for me, and also to those who are genuinely enjoying my channel. Even though, like, I don't think, you know, money should be a factor, but just to kind of weed out, because it's always the, you know, always the non-members who ask the same questions that are already answered 1,000 times, and generally also those people are the ones who complain the most. So I don't know. Again, I don't want to do it, but some days I feel that that would probably make running this channel so much more enjoyable for me. This is not near Setagaya line. No, we are. Now it's getting windy again here, so I'm sorry about the wind noise. The nearest station is Yoga. That's where I'm heading to. So I started the walk near Tamagawa station. But then again, there's nothing really of interest down at Yoga. Maybe I should just start heading down back towards Tamagawa. Do you have a favorite season in Japan? Spring and autumn are my favorite seasons here. Spring is unfortunately way too short. Okay, I'll go down here. Ooh, super windy. Yeah, spring is always way too short. Autumn is very comfortable, and it feels that it's also quite long. So like from, I don't know, from late October or late September until basically until like January, the weather is quite comfortable. Yeah, I do have an umbrella with me. I'm not using it now, but the rain is picking up. Look at all these politicians. Just look at them. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah, I have an umbrella, but ideally I prefer not to use it unless it gets really heavy rain. I'm not really sure where I'm going. I know the general direction. I am heading back towards Takotamagawa. I'm from Sweden. Someone's asking where I'm from. I forgot to pin that there's an FAQ in the video description, so please take a look at that for asking questions. Would be great. Thank you, Jaakko Järvinen. Thank you so much. So yeah, I have a general idea of the direction where I'm heading, but I don't think I've ever walked on this street before. My favorite takeout food? I love fish. I love sushi and sashimi. So I guess for takeout sushi. But there's so much great food here, so yeah, it really depends. Thank you, Jenny. Beer o'clock. Should I really? Let's see. Warren from Toronto. How far is this from Jugaoka? Jugaoka is, if I walk this direction for an hour, I would be in Jugaoka. Or I can go down to Takotamagawa station and take the Oimachi line for like 5-7 minutes, and I will be in Jugaoka. It's the most beautiful thing you like about Japanese people. I think one of the things I like the most, difficult to single out one specific thing, but one important thing is that people here are generally pretty careful about not causing other people inconvenience. Cute church. I bump into churches quite often these days, it feels like. Let's go this way. But yeah, I really like that. Whenever I leave Japan, I think that everybody is very rude and obnoxious because I'm so used to how people behave here in Japan. So that's probably one thing. And yeah, they keep things clean. Don't throw trash on the streets. I mean, of course there's always exceptions, but generally speaking, compared to in Europe and my experience of the US, it's a very big difference. No, we did not see this church 2 days ago. I don't think I've ever seen this church before. It was a different one a few days ago. How long did it take you to learn the Japanese language? Well, learning Japanese is a lifelong thing. You will never be done. My Japanese is okay, but still I rely a lot on my wife to help me when I need to write business emails and things like that. But I went to school for a year, and then I went on an online Japanese course at a Swedish university while living in Japan for another 6 months, and then I've been studying a bit on my own from time to time during these 13 years that I've been here. So yeah. like to go to Kobe. Yeah, Kobe is a super nice city. I would like to go to Kobe as well. Not to study, but just go to Kobe would be nice. It's been maybe 5 years since I went there last time. Best months to visit Japan, I would say April is quite nice because that's usually when the cherry blossoms are in bloom, depending on where you're going. And then yeah, autumn from October to December is nice. The winter months aren't bad. It's usually clear weather and quite mild temperatures in the winter, so it's not bad. But summer is awful, so basically from June to late September is best avoided. Any cities you think are underrated in Japan? Difficult, but yeah, I think I mentioned this before, and I even streamed from Nagasaki a few times. And Nagasaki is a very nice city that I don't really hear many people talk about, but it's a very beautiful city, and also quite interesting. Lots of things to see and do there. So I think Nagasaki deserves a bit more love. Kobe is also a very nice city that most tourists tend to overlook. And then there's like a million of small places, but yeah, I think it's difficult, but something like that. So let's see. Now I know where we are, and many of you probably recognize this tunnel as well. I passed it a few days ago in a morning stream. Let's see if the signal survives. Have you got any upcoming trips? Not anything confirmed, but I might have a big project coming up this autumn that would make me travel a lot, maybe even more than last autumn, but it's not confirmed yet, and I will first reveal it to my Patreons. And yeah, that brings me to the topic of Patreon. I forgot I need to do a Patreon only stream soon. This weekend. Fingers crossed. I keep forgetting about it, and since the weather is so flaky, it's a bit difficult to plan. Or maybe I should just do a Patreon only stream indoors somewhere. If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go? I would go home to see my family in Sweden. That's what I crave the most. And then after that, I would love to go to my favorite little getaway spot in Italy as well. That would be a dream come true if I could do that this summer. Wow, look at this house. It's pretty old, but it has charm. Portofino. No, the place in Italy that I love so much is a relatively unknown town called Arma di Taggia, which is relatively close to the French border on the Italian side of the Riviera. So it's a pretty unremarkable place, but it's very special to me because that's where I used to spend a couple of weeks every summer during my childhood. Arma de... yeah, not really correct spelling there, Joel, but yeah, pronunciation is yeah, like that. There we have the train. Toshi line. Should I go up to... No, I'm feeling lazy. I don't want to walk uphill. I'm not gonna go up to that little temple on top of the hill today again. It's raining, so I will head back towards the station and probably end the stream around there. Yeah, I think, Michael, as a reply to your comment about that you actually enjoy the rainy season, I think I would enjoy it more if I lived in the countryside, because then it can be really beautiful actually. But in a city like Tokyo, rainy season is not very nice, I think. But I know there's some people here in Tokyo who say that they actually kind of enjoy the rainy season here as well. Takematsu, ありがとうございます。日本語で書いても大丈夫ですよ。Warren from Toronto. Have you been to Iceland? Yes, I have. I love Iceland. I've only been once, but I really want to go again. I went there, I think it's 3 years ago now. Yeah, 3 years ago. I went with my wife. We rented a car with a tent attached to the roof and did some driving around the island and camped in the car. It was amazing. Loved it. Oh, this looks like a very old mansion too. Fuji View Mansion. So I guess you can see Mount Fuji from the apartments in this house. Let's see. Sorry, the chat is surprisingly active today, and I'm struggling to keep up with it. Have you been to India? No. It's funny, people ask that in almost every stream. I guess I have a relatively sizable amount of Indian viewers, maybe? No, I've never been to India, but I would love to go there sometime. It seems like a very fascinating place. Thank you, Redmans. Yeah, feel free to answer questions if they're like standard questions that are being asked all the time. Takematsu-san, you once worked for a Swedish company's office in Tokyo. Nice. Hope it was a good experience. Yeah, I need to do I need to update the FAQ, I think. And I don't know. I'm almost thinking about maybe I should set up a website for this channel where I can have a little bit more extensive FAQ and a little bit of other information as well. Hey, from Singapore. Yeah, I think that time is about right. It is indeed, yes. So, 楽天本社。このストリームは楽天の電波で配送されています。そこ、楽天本社。あ、違うか。それ楽天本社じゃない。We went to Säffle. Nice. I've never been to Säffle. That's a interesting, kind of random city. Do you do Q&A in Patreon? They're not like Q&A streams directly, I guess, because I feel that every regular stream I do more or less become a Q&A stream. So I don't feel that the Patreon like Q&A stream would be very interesting, but I mean, I do of course always answer any questions that people might have. During the Patreon only streams, and since there's so few viewers, like just maybe a tenth of what I have on my regular streams, there's more time to, I don't know, have a better kind of more of a conversation rather than just like me picking up random questions all the time and answering them, but without any kind of, I don't know, dialogue going on. Anyway, now we're back at Takotamagawa. It's only been 45 minutes, but I need to check in with my wife. She is with my daughter right now, and I think they're having dinner with my mother-in-law, so I should probably eat something on my own tonight. Is the battery on the S21 better than the OnePlus 8? Yes, it is. I have the Snapdragon version of the OnePlus, but it's definitely better than the OnePlus. I think my OnePlus was getting a little bit old. I had used it very aggressively for like over a year, I think. So yeah, it's nice to have a fresh battery. But I'm just thinking, because actually, since it's a state of emergency, all the restaurants here close very early, so there's no way for me to eat something around here. So maybe let me think about my options are. Have you sold your OnePlus already? No, I have not. I still have it, but I'm planning to trade it in in the same shop as where I bought the S21. Sometimes I post on Facebook and sell things there. There's like so many groups for Tokyo, like selling and buying, but you always get these messages from annoying people who just try to, oh, can you give me a discount? Oh bro, what's your last price? And I just don't want to deal with that, even if I could possibly get a little bit more if I sold the phone on a place like that. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't feel that it's worth the hassle. So yeah, those of you who always ask why are the streets so empty, like here now you can see the difference between a commercial area and the residential area. It's like night and day. So and this station area is very quiet now compared to what it would have been if there was no pandemic, because now most of the shops around here are already closed. So yeah, yep, good old Takotamagawa. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. How to solve my dinner problem. Happy meal, yeah. After all, there's a McDonald's here. Let me see. I want to see what this looks like if we ultra wide, because here it's not so dark. So dinner at the rooftop park. The rooftop park is closed. It's also closed because of the state of emergency, unfortunately. Yeah, wide angle lens looks alright, eh? There we go. Yeah, Swedish shop. Yay, H&M. The pride of Sweden. I'm pretty sure these places are all about to close. Otherwise I could have gotten something here, but they're probably closing any minute now. Well, there's a conveni over here. I guess I will have a sad conveni dinner tonight. Maybe with you, my dear viewers. Let's see if we can find a seat, outdoor seat, where I can eat outside next to this convenience store. In that case, I might do that.そうですね、金曜日の夜、人本当に少ないですね。So it's a Friday night over here, so it would be so much more people regularly. I'm switching back to the regular track. There we go. This table seems pretty busy. That's too bad. Is there Rakuten card man? I don't know. I don't see him around here. Yeah. I was thinking, wow, it's really lively out here. I guess because of everything else being closed, people have their Friday party around here. That's too bad. Then I think I might have to wrap up this stream and try to find something for me to eat. Might be difficult to, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to stream while I'm looking for dinner. That was my only idea, and it didn't work. So anyway, thank you for joining tonight. It was another kind of test stream, but I'm kind of pleased with how it turned out. Seemed like there was no buffering issues, so that's great, and I think image quality was pretty good as well. So maybe there's a place for the Samsung S21 Ultra in my streaming bag after all. Anyway, I will look at this on my big screen when I'm back home and judge. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I shall see you all very soon. Probably, yeah, depending on the weather, but I hope to stream tomorrow. And I will have to think about how to deal with the Patreon only stream if we have rain all weekend. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks so much. Bye bye. Hej då. Mata ne. Auf Wiedersehen. Thank you again. Byron from Toronto. The true pride of Sweden is Minecraft. It's definitely one of the prides of Sweden, for sure. Okay, bye bye. Hej då.